Hello everybody, welcome back to the Guyz Entertainment News Podcast with me and Chris, fresh from a viewing of the Odyssey. We'll review it and all that kind of shit. Usually we leave it a week, but because it's not next week and stuff, I thought we might as well just talk about it now because it's fresh in our heads. It was fucking awesome. Do you want to do that as the main event though and go through all the other little bits of housekeeping and then we'll end with the Odyssey? Or, so there will be an Odyssey review. We'll do it at the end. We'll just go through whatever Chris has been watching or not watching on news and shit like that. What have you been watching, sir, of anything of late?
I'm up to date as a par, anyhow, with House of Dragon. Enjoying it.
So what is that, episode 4?
4?
Yeah. So where were you at the last time you were down here? 2? 1? I don't know. I can't remember. Fucking, yeah, absolutely beautiful and amazing. I fucking feel so bad on Rhaenyra, just in a castle, getting her, people are asking her about bed changes and all this kind of shit, and you're just like, fucking, just let her be for a sec. They've got to King's Landing, they've got the fucking money and all this kind of shit. It, as you can probably already imagine with the tone of the show and shit like that, it doesn't end great for her reign. She doesn't have the most relaxing reign by the end of the story, from what I've been told and shit like that. But yeah, continues to be fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yes.
I am very much in... we're nearly done with our rerun of Game of Thrones and I'm still very mixed on it. It's still very flat and meh. But every spin-off we've had so far I've just been massively in love with. And I continue to be in love with House of Dragon. Have you got any downsides to it or else, sir?
Not really. Just loving it, enjoying it, watching weekly. Getting nitty-gritty.
Is it 8 episodes that we get?
I think so.
Is it so we're pretty well so halfway through then? Sweet, well not sweet because fucking hell, we'll have to wait again. But I think there'll only be one more though from what I've been told and shit like that, I imagine. Anything else, sir? Fucking summoned the Balrog there, Christ. That was a good burp from the soul.
Thank you. Season 3 of Silo.
Yeah.
Yeah, loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed Silo when I first watched it, so it's nice to get back into it.
Continue loving Silo.
Lovely to get back into it.
I don't think there's any joint ventures that we're doing at the minute. You haven't done any Rick and Morty still, have you?
Nope.
But you're a little bit behind on that, aren't you? Wasn't like 2 seasons behind or something?
Yeah.
Butcher them a second. I have recommended to Chris that he watches The Hawk when he can. Will Ferrell's new show. If you love Will Ferrell, you're just gonna love it. It's fucking so silly and dumb. And again, they're only half an hour episodes, 10 episodes, so you can.
What was that program you recommended me to watch? The series. It's a bit of Goonies, bit of Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
A bit of Goonies, a bit of Outer Banks. No, that was.
That was. I was gonna say that was Outer Banks.
That was Outer Banks. The other one that you watched.
Widow's Bay?
That's
Widow's Bay. Have you done that?
Widow's Bay. No. I was trying to figure out what it was called the other day.
Shit. Were you going to start it the other day? Bastard, you should have texted us because honestly, it's fucking... Again, you're going to hear about it at the end of the year without a shadow of a doubt when we get to our conversation. It's just fucking done so beautifully. The horror comedy blend amazing. So hopefully you can get around to doing that.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Look on, sir.
Finally finished season 3 of Euphoria.
Oh shit, yeah, still got
that. Right. Season 3 was a bit of a mix-up with me because Rue's story was fucking brilliant throughout season 3. I loved following Rue throughout this and season 3. Nate, Cassie, the rest of them, you didn't really need them in this. Me personally, Cassie was just doing my fucking head in.
Looks like a shit Phil Foden, yeah. Not Cassie, my nephew.
Nate, I've no idea what was going on with him. But it was like in the future, but it was set in the 80s kind of esque with the shag rug carpet and fucking.
The mansion, the fashion, the mansion. Yeah, I think that's because they were. This is me guessing. I think they were trying to show these, especially Cassie, not being classy, but trying to pretend what it's like to be classy. Because obviously they're not. She's like, again, the character is just a dumb blonde bimbo, and I think that's what she was trying to go for. Like, look how fancy, when they're just not.
She was doing my head in.
I like she was like that throughout all the season. She was a fucking moron throughout all of it.
She was, but I think she was more of a moron towards end of season 2, into season 3. She was just doing me head in.
I enjoyed her because of that's what I liked her, and the whole cheat scandal of like the last season and shit like that, and her being so naive and dumb, and just like these mafia guys coming out, she's like, is it gonna be okay? Like, and obviously her sister or her friend, sorry, having to pull her out and fucking. I'll tell you what, we can exploit this
Alexis'
shit.
play was mint.
Yeah, that was class. It was fucking unreal.
It was.
Thoroughly enjoyed that. I know what you mean. Until the end of the season, the show felt disjointed. They did come together at the end because the what was did they call it OnlyFans? The OnlyFans venture did eventually blend in with Rue's story because of who they were dealing with. So it did all come together. But for the first few episodes, you're like, we've got a few different arcs here that are just so random and separate from each other. Like I said, what Rue's doing about the whole, like her finding God thing, like I enjoyed her doing this weird spiritual awakened sort of thing. As she's, I love the start.
I love the start.
She's stuck on the fence. Because she's quite a silly, she's smart in her own rights, but she's quite silly, rides on her luck a little bit. I was a little bit lost. Like I enjoyed each individual story if it was its own isolated case. But the fact that it was just euphoria, and it was like, okay, so we're doing an OnlyFans thing, Nate's money thing, Rude's drug smuggling thing, where we have what's going to happen. Like I said, it did eventually map out towards the end, but it felt so disjointed for a while. So I do get what you mean by that. The overall conclusion I was satisfied with, especially when we had like a movie length ending.
Yeah,
I was well over the moon with that, and I was so sad for her as well.
Oh no, it was a sad ending for Rue. Like
it was because you see it, and like she's in like weird little dream state, but then obviously back to reality. He wakes up, sparks of a cigarette comes through, and you're like, oh no, she's been pubered all over. And I love when he goes to the strip dancing place, and he just fucking. I was so over the moon with that. I was so happy with that.
Oh, it was so good.
Personally, I still enjoyed it, not as much as season 1 or 2, but I still. I didn't mind. I didn't mind how it ended. The journey was a bit questionable, but how it ended, I still quite liked.
Yeah, I still enjoy it. Like I did enjoy it.
Obviously, the last one as well, though.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. I'm fine with it being the last one. Any other shows, stuff that you done, sir?
What else have I done?
Or films?
What have I done? No.
Obviously, when you get a chance, get round to do Evil Dead Burn.
I will.
Because that was also, we spoke about it, so I did touch upon it again. I've told Chris, for whatever the reason, the UK are getting it late on. We just had the trailer for Death of the Robin Hood, but it's you can go watch it now. That's fucking awesome. It's quite weird as well.
I wonder what was going on. It's my phone then.
I wonder what the fuck. I just heard, it's me. I was like, what's Chris had just turned into Mario for a second. It's me. I was like, what the fuck's happening here? Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Have you done any films lately?
Have I done any films lately? I want to say yes, but I don't know what.
Yeah, I can't help you out with this one. I can't help you out with what you may or may not have watched.
What have I watched?
They might pop in here when we're rambling and chatting shit.
I'm sure I have. What have I watched?
Is something I've recommended or something that you've just had an eye on? Do you need to answer that, sir? We can always answer that. Well, I don't know, I'm just chucking it about. I think I've got wrong parts of my head.
I have watched a film. Because I watched it at home. I watched...
A film that you liked?
Did I like it? I think I did.
I don't know if you liked it, Chris. I sit there on the night and I just go, Chris has watched a film that he enjoyed. And I go back to my little life. I can't help it. Was it a fantasy? Was it a drama? Sci-fi? Horror? It's kind of, we're at the point now where I'm just like, oh, I'll remember later, but now I kind of want to know what you watch.
I want to know what I
want to know what you watch. A recent film that you missed from the cinema?
I think it was something I missed from the cinema.
What did you miss from the cinema? You mentioned like Obsession a few weeks back, so it can't be something like that because you already spoke about that.
No, I've already done that.
Yeah. There isn't that many you've missed.
I'm sure I've watched a film this week. I am like positive I've watched a film this week.
I'm fairly certain I sat down and watched a fucking film. Yeah, I can't even. Do you remember the actor that was in it? I don't know. It's a definite no. Right, hopefully it comes back to you because it's going to do my fucking head in. But any news shit I've got to chuck out while Chris tries to think. So we got some good news and bad news. Obviously we had a tragic passing this week, didn't we?
Sam Neill.
Yeah, who people have been doing some really cool. I saw this might sound silly, but it isn't. There was a really cool Lego tribute of like his Lego character. Yeah. That was fucking beautiful and shit like that. So that was quite nice to see. So yeah, that was a bit of sad news. We have some not as serious news as that. Obviously nowhere near because one's about death. But we got some more delays on the Batman. I think it said. Did it say February 2028 now as opposed to October 2027? Which is a pain in the ass. But they did give us a shot of Robert Pattinson's Batman sort of turning around. You see the snow falling and stuff like that. It looks fucking glorious. So, I mean, I can't wait for it. So it's like, yeah, look at this little shot. And they end it with, been delayed a little bit longer. So you fucking bastards absolutely got about that. Any other trailers that I've seen this week? Well, I was going to mention Andrew Garfield's, but we saw that in the before the start of Odyssey, what's it called, the Uprisings. There's a lot of medievally stuff happening at the minute, and I am not against this whatsoever. I love a good medievally drama thing. Oh, have you remembered? I remembered. Yay! What is it, sir? Is it something proper old and random that you just chucked on?
No, it wasn't old and random. It's new, and we both enjoyed it.
Project Hail Mary?
Yes.
Project... Yes! Get in. Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary.
Was that on here, or did you watch it on Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure Amazon have it now.
I think they do now, yeah.
Did you just feel like sitting down and watch it?
Yeah, because I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's fucking quite literally out of this world. I've watched it 3 times, but like I still get depressed every time. So when I go into like watch it future, I'm like, do you want to feel sad today, Daniel?
I think it's because I did the audio last week, and I love Rocky. I think Rocky was mint.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Kiss
like
my bum.
You need to listen to the audio version of it, the sounds he does put in all and stuff.
Now that I've read it, I will, because like I said, I have to read it first, and reading it's for me is the one, and then because it will be like bike rides to work and all that kind of sort of stuff, and it'll be something that, like I said, I like when I'm reading a book and my head's. It doesn't help when I've watched the film first because I didn't know it was a book. Because like my head's painting the picture of the scene and the characters and how they're interacting and all that kind of shit. Like I love doing that, but it was just Ryan Gosling in my fucking head constantly throughout the fucking entire read. And it was relatively quite a good book. I'm in the middle of doing Heated Rivalry, the book. My girlfriend's just bought it. Just a little while ago. So I'm in the middle of doing that as it stands, which is still just as sexy as the show. And it's still massively. Again, you're going to hear about that by the end of the year. Still a phenomenal show. Any news that you have, sir?
Any news do I have? I do have something that I found out about a game that I really like.
As Chris is quickly scrolling to it, we did both. I'm assuming he might have it as the thing. He's the ladder that we just saw in Odyssey. Thingy from Sons of Anarchy and Walking Dead has been not cancelled as Kratos. They've had to axe him because he had an accident and I think it's over his shoulder or his arm, they said, and he's going to put him out for a year. So they're going to refilm the first 3 episodes or 4 episodes that they've done with recasting. Because we got the first image from the set, and I think it looked bang on. I think it looked fine, and it's a bit of a shame for him because it was probably a dream role to land, and then just to have it taken away because of an injury, and obviously the studio and stuff can't wait a year. By the sounds of it, they're gonna have to reshoot and then go again.
Yeah,
which is a bit of a shame. But have you found your game news, sir?
I knew it. I was letting you out.
Oh, sorry.
Right. So last week or last time I was here, we spoke about part 3 of The Last of Us.
Like, oh my god, he's so excited for the part 3, mate.
He is, isn't he? There's
speculated rumours
Yes.
that we're going into the past.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Um,
For the entirety of the game, or just parts?
don't know.
Right.
I don't know if we're going to be jumping back and forth from the past and whatever we're in,
Yeah.
or if we're going to be concentrating fully in the past. I don't know. But our boy could be back.
Well, that's my initial thought was Pedro Pascal's face because you said past. So, would it be past? Is it again? I know you haven't probably got the answer.
This will be between. I think if they're going to go on with the story, this will be between Sarah getting shot,
Right. So
and
it's
Tom and Joel throwing the body in the.
so it's like before the whatever you want to call it.
It was
really
like
took
it's the
over.
first 20 years into the pandemic.
Right, first 20 years into it.
Yeah, because we remember when we caught it. When did we get it? 2013. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it all kicked off and planes came flying.
Yeah.
And then we jumped 20 years and then it
That's
was
when we got the shot of his eyes.
Yeah, that's when we got shot. He was throwing the body into the flames.
So it'll be that sort of missing gap.
That gap we're going to be filling in by the sounds of it. So
Nice.
Tommy's going to be more involved. We're going to see more of Tommy.
Lovely.
And how he joined the Fireflies and all that shit.
Well, that should be fun then. I'm excited for you fans. I'm excited to hear Chris reporting back to us about that. I'm excited. So that's some awesome game news.
Awesome.
And the games for me at the minute, I've been smashing Warhammer and Warhammer. Well, I'm about to do Warhammer 2 once I finish number 1. In love with that. Once Henry Cavill's shit comes out, because I don't think Chris will be. I'll bore Chris with the lore of it until we get the show, and then you can be like, oh, what's this? Because it's so much fucking fun. But they're the only game things I'm doing at the minute. And then we got some more images for Wolverine as well, which just looks fucking gory and amazing.
Yeah, it looked good.
I can't wait for that. Oh, speaking of Wolverine, X-Men 97 continues. I don't know if you've seen all the ratings for it. Continues to be fucking out fucking standing. We just you haven't seen any of it. Have you seen season 1 or 2?
Nope.
Are you planning on doing it?
I don't know, probably. I don't know.
Oh well. Okay. Well, we got an epic death in episode 4, which was just like fuck. So yeah, it's still fucking awesome.
Who are you? Well,
Who
I
the
don't know who you are, but
Yay!
who makes you?
Who makes you?
Don't know.
What is this again? Was this a?
It's Paramount and Hasbro. They're teaming up to do us multiple films. Looking at this, we're getting 2 Transformers. We're getting a G.I. Joe crossover.
Yeah, which is cool.
All that shenanigans. That's going to be spread out over the next couple of years.
I'm not as in love with G.I. Joe. I don't mind it. It's fine, but we know at the end of Rise of the Beasts, we got the full-on crossover shit.
The 2 separate Transformers, one of them will continue from Rise of the Beast.
Alright, okay.
Following blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's going to be good.
Fucking any Transformers in any way they want to package it, chuck it out to me.
Chuck it out.
I will consume the hell out of it.
Chuck it out. At some point during the 10th of July, whenever that was.
It was like 2 weeks. That was when Moana came out, I think. The live action
I
Moana.
don't know. We got a trailer snippet viewing of part 3 of Doom.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Part 3 of Doom.
Which is what December is it?
Which is out on the 18th of December.
Just before Crimbo.
Just before Crimbo.
You see Paul Atreides doing some mad sandworm shit.
The 26th of July, which is next week.
Yes.
Yes. We are getting the next installment of Dead City.
Oh yeah, I saw the Now TV give me advert for that. Okay, I'm so out of love with it. I can't lie. I'm really out of love with it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I won't be watching.
Yeah. On the 15th of October, we are getting
Crystal Lake.
Yes, I saw the stuff for this. Yeah, is it Netflix?
Peacock.
No, Peacock. Sorry. Yeah, I'm fucking. Yeah, it looked fucking awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm ready for Crystal Lake. Because it's weird as well. Because it was not that long ago that you were speaking about like being like cancelled or pushed
Yeah, it
back
got
or
cancelled at one point, didn't it? But it's all been hunky-dory.
like the fucking Burrows. The Burrows was awesome on Netflix. Stranger Things, but for old people. When it's cancelled. Fuck me, man. I wouldn't have wasted my fucking time. Well, I didn't waste my time because it was a good show.
And this fall on Amazon Prime, we get in a new series of Mike Flanagan's Carrie.
Okay, as in like the old. Oh, all right, sweet. Is there? I didn't realise there was a season. I had no idea.
There was a season ages ago. If I remember rightly, there was a season ages ago. I think.
I've not watched it then.
I don't think I ever watched it either.
It's in the old film. It's in the modern one with what's her face, hit girl. I can't remember her name now.
Oh, Chloe mozzarella cheese. Whatever.
Mozzarella cheese. Yeah, but as far as I'm aware, that's thing. If there's a new season coming, I might have to watch the season. Was it a continuation or was it a start again?
I don't know. Probably a new.
Right, start. Oh, so maybe I won't have to watch the other season.
No, you probably won't actually. It's like the film, so just.
Yeah, I feel like the first one was definitely the best. That was pure minging and eerie and horrible. I did like the newer one.
Yeah.
But I'll look up for that.
Look up. Oh, that's towards the end of the.
And well, a nice little binge, nice little freaky people dying in a high school.
Yeah.
Crimbo watch.
Yeah.
Mint. Is that all the news, sir?
It's all news.
What do we plan on watching this weekend if you get time?
Probably. I don't know. We never did any Pretty Little Liars. Last time I was there, was it, did we? No, what did I watch last time?
Can't remember if you mentioned Pretty Little Lies last week or not. Week before.
We've been doing like movie cartoons at the minute. So
Is it like loads of?
She's done like all the Toy Stories.
I go for like the Pixar stuff.
Apart from the new one.
Have you seen the new one yet?
Not yet. She wants to watch that as well. Beauty and the Beast. Rapunzel.
Oh, it's full on Disney shenanigans then, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's in this cartoon Disney thing. Bored.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I have no idea why.
Well, it's people love that shit and it's fucking iconic as hell. Fucking go down the Disney route.
So yeah.
So, but it's sprinkled in with some classic Disney and a bit of Pixar there.
Yeah.
Sweet love. There's not wrong with that, sir, whatsoever. Yeah, like I said, we don't think we have anything next week, if I remember correctly. But the week after is the biggie, the weird pairing that we just had of John Bernthal and Tom Holland pairing up again.
Yeah.
Did you see there was a little clip of that where we see the Punisher and Spider-Man talking, and Punisher's coming to the plan, and he's like, Spider-Man's like, you just don't want to fight the Hulk, do you? And Punisher's like, not really. He wants to fight the Hulk. But then we did get a clip after he says that of him like sliding on the floor, shooting up at the Hulk, but he wants to fight the Hulk, he's not wrong. Fucking chill out, Spider-Man. You got a bit of powers kicking around. He's an angry lad with a fucking gun. What do you fucking what do you want him to do? But there's that the canoe, so yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I need to watch anything this weekend. I'll just be doing whatever, just chill watches and shit like that. Right, the Odyssey, because we just got to see it. Do you want to break down the, obviously spoiler heavy and all that kind of shit. Do you want to quickly break and give a synopsis of the story, sir?
Do I have to?
Well,
I'm bad with names.
Oh, no, well, I can do it, but I feel like I did it for Evil Dead, so I did a review of it last week, and I broke down the entire story.
Right, so we've got Matt Damon has...
Odysseus.
Right, okay.
I thought you said has. Matt Damon has. I was like, has what? And then I realised what you said. Right, sorry, yeah.
So we have Matt Damon as Odysseus.
Just go with the actors' names if you want. I'm going to remember them all.
Tom Holland, the son. Zendaya, some memory thought in his head.
I think she was the visual of Athena.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson was some angry dude trying to bed Matt Damon's wife.
It's one of the suitors.
Yeah. What was she called? The wife?
Penelope.
Yeah, but she called...
Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, yeah.
Who else did we have in? The blind guy, I don't know for the blind guy. Wasn't he the original Luigi?
Yeah, he was in with Bob Hoskins. Yeah, the awful Mario, the really bad Mario. Fuck me, you can watch that when you just if you want a giggle of what the fuck am I watching. Yeah. But obviously he's always like he was in John Wick. He's the one who's like, did you kick my son? Yeah, I did. It's because of what he did. And then he's always like sort of just kicking around in films.
Yeah. And a few other faces I recognised that didn't thingy, but I enjoyed it. It was such a good film. Obviously, it was Matt Damon on his quest to take down.
It's more of his quest on his way back home.
Well, yeah.
To Ithaca.
Yeah, that one. I did watch it.
yeah, I watched it. So, so the story is about we know the ploy of the Trojan horse is a fucking very famous story, but obviously this is the mythology side of it. It's not the actual like history and shit like that. And it's just a story of the conquering of Troy and his journey back home, which ends up taking 20 years. And it's the steps that he takes and the trials that he has to like overcome. If I remember correctly, because obviously we see him against the Cyclops. I think in the original story, when they're leaving, they know it's him because he shouts back, I am Odysseus. He's like proper like shouting it and screaming like, we just beat the... And obviously we find out that the Cyclops is the son of Poseidon. So he's pissed and angered off the gods, but he pissed them off at the start by deception. We keep hearing about the law of Zeus. And they ultimately deceive the Trojans by offering a gift with ill intent to obviously capture a city, blah, blah. We know the story of Troy. And it's his way back home, fighting all these trials. We see Calypso and the lotuses. Like, you see it in Greek mythology all the time with the lotus. Like, did you watch Percy Jackson and that? When they're in, like, the casino and they can never leave because they're eating the white lotus and shit because they feel like they're having a good time and they can't remember and all this shit. And we see him overcome all these hurdles. They go to the sun god who they dishonour. I think if the Trojans believe more on the sun god. Achilles heads it in the original Troy film and stuff. We see them and they're telling his men about all these, we see the Kraken and shit like that. You should be going over these, you should be doing it this way and whatnot. And eventually making it home to his beloved Penelope and all that kind of stuff. It's basically just a travel back home story.
I'd say it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was nice seeing like all the old mythical gods, like I said, Cyclops. The sirens, the
sirens, it was beautiful.
Is it the crab that lived in the rocks?
The who, sorry?
Was it the crab that lived in the rocks? Do you remember that through the canal and this fucking...
Yeah.
What was that called?
I thought that was the Kraken.
Was that the Kraken?
Yeah, I think it was. Well, I could be wrong, but I'm sure because obviously it was the monster that come from the whirlpool, but it's up on the... I think it was. I might be wrong because usually it would depend. In the graphic Clash of the Titans, the Kraken's like a big Roido thing.
Yeah.
The Kraken in Pirates is a squiddy thing. This was like a weird squid crabby thing, but with hands on its. I think it was, but I might be wrong. But yeah, that monster anyway.
Yeah, and then you had them weird dudes on the island.
Yeah, the giant armored fucking blokes.
Who were they?
I can't remember their name, but they were fucking intimidating and scary and just. So obviously you see one. I knew before it turned around because it was the same height. You're like, well, this is going to be a kid. Turns around, it is a kid, and they're just fucking marching out and just chopping people down and shit. I would be running away. Yeah, I'd be running away in a fucking instant.
Yeah, I'd be running away.
But like Chris said, this is jam-packed with fucking A-listers. Charlize Theron. I always say her last name wrong. Charlize Theron. She was in like Fast and Furious. Yeah. How do you say her last name? Theron. Charlie Theron.
I think it's Shrion.
Yeah, something exotic and nice sounding and shit like that. Obviously, you mentioned Zendaya and shit. I'll quickly jump. A lot of the criticism for this film that people were saying was the dialogue about like saying like the words like dad and stuff like that. I personally, I couldn't give a shit about that. I wouldn't mind if they said we're going to do this in completely Greek and you have to read subtitles. I'm fine with that. But if they also want my ears to do the work and my eyes to keep an eye on the visuals, because there's some beautiful visual effects in there, or beautiful visual displays, which is fine. So I saw a few interviews of like, why do you call him dad? And Tom Holland's like, well, I wouldn't say father either. Well, technically he would speak in Greek and shit. So I'm not bothered. And another criticism was like people were kicking off about the armor, like Agamemnon's armor. But again, we're in the mythology side. I don't really care. He looked badass. Elliot Page, Ellen Page,
It's Elliot.
Elliot Page, yeah. I thought the small part that he had to play, I was fine with.
Yeah.
Absolutely bang on. But I think the biggest heart-in disgusting moment is finding out this story of his little doggy that's been waiting this whole time for him to come back. Oh. And before it passed away, they had to show like one last tail wag, and I was like,
I think that's when you clicked on who he was, didn't you?
Yeah. Why would you show us that? I don't need to see that. That's disgusting. We also see that the witch as well that can turn into people and animals and shit, which is just fucked up and minging and horrible. But he ultimately sees. You find out at the end, but it was actually at the start he realised the wrong that he did with coming up, because I think if I remember correctly, Sean Bean plays his character in the Troy film with Brad Pitt and shit like that. And I'm sure in that as well, Helen of Troy and Orlando Bloom, they get away, as opposed to the John Burville getting the wife back. I think there's two different endings there. But anyway, you find out at the start, don't you? But at the end, if that makes sense, that the invasion, he was like, yeah, we've done wrong here. We shouldn't have done this. And then it's these trials and there's all this shit to go home. And that last little scene where he's with all the suitors and they lock him in, and the way that they're pumping in that music and it's getting further and further, and he's got a couple of like a bit of an arrow there and all this shit. I thought, oh my god, what the fuck's happening?
I'm going to say they've done wrong, so they had to be go you whatever.
Yeah.
Technically, so did Tom.
Who, Tom Holland?
Yeah.
In what way?
Slit the guy's throat.
Yeah, he wasn't a suitor. The guy that fights, he wasn't a suitor.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so he was technically working inside. It's been like killing one of his slaves, I guess, or whatever. He wasn't one of the suitor people and shit like that. It was breaking my heart a little bit when he was with his family and shit, and he was speaking to Penelope, and I'm just thinking, just your wife, tell her it's you. Just tell her. It was beautiful, the scenes they were doing it out, dragging it out, and the realization of, because I think you must have twigged as well. Like when they get in there and she chose that trial, you're like, well, he's going to stand up and fucking do it, isn't he? Because he gets in the breath in, and you're like, oh my god, he's going to do it, and he hits it, and that's when she's like, oh my god, it's my husband's back, and I'm like, oh, it was a beautiful way to find out your husband's back. But when they were like, we're not face to face, they had that weird thing between them. It's like, just fucking tell it, you're back, you love her, come on, man. Yeah, honestly, this was and a lot of people beforehand, like, I had a few lots of work saying they don't like the look of it. I'm thinking, all right, that's fair enough, but you haven't watched it yet. And then the people that had watched it said they will love it. And it's like, what are we doing here? Why are the people saying that they haven't watched it yet, aren't liking it? Surely you need to watch it first. Because I've got no issues if you watch it and come out and say I didn't like that. That's not an issue.
Stupid people I know it is, wasn't it?
It was just weird as fuck just to hear them, like the critiques or even, yeah, whatever. Yeah, but the overall story of just trying to overcome what you've done, your ill doings and what you've done wrong, to get back to the people that you love, and help shape a better future. Obviously, that we see for Tom Holland in the end it was glorious. I thought it looked glorious. I thought we didn't have any grand epic battle scenes. There was a few little moments that looked phenomenal when they're in Troy and all this kind of shit. The performances were just fucking crazy. Everybody was on point in this. There was a couple of times the music pure carried us away. Sometimes they had some of these epic scenes where the actors are talking to each other and the music's pure carried away. I think this is just powerful music. I'm just fucking shit, no, dial back in, listening, but I was just getting pumped away with the fucking music. Robert Pattinson played a phenomenal little slimy arsehole. They're like, even when at the end when they're fighting and he's like, grab a sword, if you're not bothered, grab one yourself, you little bastards. Just Robert Pattinson always does a phenomenal job in whatever the fuck he's in. He's so good. I fucking love him.
He is a
Phil Foden obviously wants some ice cream. But yeah, it's a massive 10 out of 10 for me. I fucking loved it.
Definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed it. Really.
And it definitely didn't. We left cinema because what was it exactly, Chris? Like 2:45.
Something like that, yeah.
I didn't. It felt like it just whizzed in. There's always a risk when you do like a really long film if you're going to captivate the audience for the entirety of the 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. Every single scene and every single moment, I was plugged in. It was.
Oh, it definitely kept you going. It definitely kept you dragged in and involved and all that.
The pacing for a 3-hour film to keep the pacing still on point. Beautiful. Yeah, Christopher Nolan has once again just not failed to let me down.
No.
And I don't see it happening in the future. Somebody said in an interview, which I thought would be quite cool, they said, would you ever branch into the horror genre? And he said, yeah, but I'd need like the perfect story, and I hope the perfect story pops up. I would love to see his take on a horror film. I would love to. He's had horror elements before, like I guess with Scarecrow a little bit in Batman Begins and shit like that. And I guess even in moments in this, like it was a little bit scary the way that they were interacting with the Cyclops. That was a little bit eerie and jarring, especially when like it would grab two and eat two and then it would go to sleep or whatever, or even the way it was talking, even when it was trying to talk to its dad, Poseidon and shit. That was a little bit creepy, but I would love for him to go down like a fucking actual scary route, see what Christopher Nolan could do with it.
I think it'd be good what he can do.
Well, he's done weird time shit, Tenet. He's done weird sci-fi brain shit with Inception. We've had a comic book related one with the Batman stuff. We've now had mythology with this. We've had historical shit with Oppenheimer, so Dunkirk as well. So he could easily.
I mean, whatever genre seems to do, he seems to be like banging at.
He's a massive Fast and Furious fan as well. I was watching an interview, and the interviewer brought up, is it true that you're a big Fast and Furious fan? I said, yeah, I absolutely love them films. But that's quite...
It is good, I just don't want him just to go into it because he wants like...
No, I don't think he'll ever...
It's too below him.
I don't think he'll ever go into it. I think it's because obviously... If you want to talk about like middle class and upper class, right, in terms of films... His films are a bit more
that's what I mean. Fast and Furious is way below his pay grade.
I wouldn't say it's below, because you Fast and Furious fans are a diehard fan base, but it is more for the people that just want to go to the cinema and have, yeah, boom, it's, kind of crack. I wouldn't say it's like below, it's just a different field.
Oh no, I think it's below him. The films he does to what you see in Fast and Furious is...
Yeah, he makes a better film, but like I said, as much as I'm not a Fast and Furious guy, there's clearly the audience is there. It's fun. But anyway, the
audience is there.
I don't think he wants to make one. I just thought it's funny that he's like, I love watching Fast and Furious, because it's probably for him when he's spending all this time and effort thinking of these highly detailed films of character development and scores and scripts and all this kind of shit, to probably sit there and be like, yay, car chase, explosion. It's probably quite nice for him to unplug a little bit and just be like, I had a bit of fun there.
Family.
Yeah, family. It's. But I just thought it was mad that he just got yell of Fast and Furious, which is fair enough. I like he sat at the dinner table, because I imagine he lives in a bit of a fancy-ish house in a way. Like, Dominic Toretto's coming back, family. Lovely house. Yeah. I like that idea. It's fun. But anyway, the Odyssey. I feel like we've broke it down. And is there any criticisms? Have you got criticism?
Not really. No.
I know me and you were very easily pleased.
Yeah, easily pleased. And I am not the best when it comes to history and all that stuff.
Well, this is mythology, so it's fucking...
So I don't know what was correct, what was wrong, what was right, what was politically this, politically that.
It has made me... I feel like having a bit of maybe a night of like Wrath and Clash of the Titans or something. Like Liam Neeson as Zeus and shit. Fuck, I love them films. They're so much fucking fun. I do feel like maybe having like a bit of a Greeky night. Oh, maybe watch Immortals with Henry Cavill. Oh, and the thingy that plays Zeus. That film is fucking awesome. I love that film. I might have to watch that one actually instead. I'm going to do like a Greek night, I think. It's got me into the mood of it.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, I guess that's it then. Fucking awesome, amazing. 10 out of 10. Break next week. I'll probably go. I might even watch that again after work one day or some shit. But then onto, like I said, onto the biggie definitely for me of the year. That's it.
I don't know what I'm doing tonight. Don't even know what's going on. I'll see what the doubter wants to do.
Well, hopefully you're fun regardless. But yeah, visual, we'll leave it there then. It's fucking already too warm for me. Perfect for Chris. I would make me feel sick that you're in a jumper and jeans. Like, I just need the fat skin needs to breathe on me. It's fucking horrible. But visual speculative was keeping on.
And as always, people, thank you for listening. And this is where I'm supposed to do another sign off to try and
not repeat what I haven't said in the past.
I would say, first it comes to me, I'd say it, but I don't want it to be anything. I don't care.
So I am just going to say ciao for now because I am too tired.
I don't think you said that before.
No, I don't think I have. So I'm just going to say ciao for now. I'm too tired. Yeah, bye.